welcome back to YouTube. It's Dr. Stephanie Waite. So today I'm talking about why it's really important for you to see an eating disorder specialist. So first of all, what is an eating disorder specialist? Well, eating disorder specialists are licensed professional counselors, clinical social workers, licensed marriage and family therapists. They are people that are trained in treating mental health issues. So I am a licensed professional counselor and I'm an eating disorder specialist. So I can treat anxiety, depression, a vast array of mental health issues. What makes an eating disorder specialist different than a general therapist is that we have extra special training, information, tools, experience working specifically with eating disorders. Not all therapists are trained in how to effectively treat eating disorders. When I was in graduate school, and this isn't just for me, I hear this from therapists all over the country, all over the world who are licensed mental health professionals, we don't get eating disorder treatment training in school. In my graduate program, I had like 1 hour on eating disorders, and basically we studied the DSM and what those diagnoses looked like. Maybe your therapist has gone to some trainings on eating disorders. That's good. You want someone who has extra special training on treating eating disorders, because it's a sneaky ass disease. Like, your disease will twist information about your body, it'll twist information about you, it'll twist information about your food, and you either don't bring it up to your therapist, or your therapist isn't trained to really help you identify where your eating disorder is sneaky and tricking you. And you need someone who's going to be able to identify how that eating disorder manifests in your day-to-day life and point that out to you, and then help you understand those behaviors, help you understand those thoughts, help you understand those urges, and then have a way to help you effectively treat those things. Eating disorders are highly stigmatized mental health issues. So unfortunately, you might be talking with your therapist about behaviors you're engaging in, or talking about eating disorder rules and urges, and because you don't meet the stigma of an eating disorder, they may not see that as an eating disorder behavior or an eating disorder issue. They might just see it as, well, it's like a diet thing, or it's not that big of a deal, or their weight is okay, or they're, at least nourishing themselves, so they don't technically have an eating disorder. However, those of us in the field really know that eating disorders are on a spectrum, and they range in all types of different behaviors, all different types of thoughts, all different types of weights and body sizes. So I know that you might be sitting on my couch being at a average weight and still be really significantly struggling with anorexia, bulimia, binge eating disorder, or another type of eating disorder, which, by the way, is what else is great about a specialist, is we understand the different types of eating disorders, that it's not just one body size, it's not just one type of behavior, but that there are several different types of eating disorders, and we understand what those symptoms, what those behaviors, what those urges, and how it affects your mental health, and how it affects your life and your day-to-day. We also understand that this is a disease. It's not just a behavioral issue. It's not just you wanting control from your parents. It's not just you being, an angsty young person. It's not just you being affected by social media and the things that you see on Instagram. Those things certainly can play a role in your eating disorder. But what us specialists know is that it is a legit brain issue. It is a true disease, and we understand how it affects your brain, and that we have to be able to treat the brain and treat the disease. And it's not as simple as just eating or not eating, or managing behavior. We have to help you understand how your brain sees food, how your brain sees your body, and then offer you solutions to help you challenge those things so that you can think and feel better. We know that your eating disorder isn't just a phase, or isn't just something you're going to grow out of, or isn't something that will go away when you reach a certain weight. We understand that these are chronic and complex diseases that can last years and will destroy your life if not treated appropriately. You can be in your 50s, 60s, 70s and struggling with an eating disorder. So it's not just a thing that young women struggle with. We know that men, we know that young kids as young as 7, 8, 9 years old, we know that people in their, end stage of life are struggling with eating disorders. We know that LGBTQ individuals are at high risk for developing an eating disorder. We know that it's not so easy to eat food, right? It's not as simple as just, eating and nourishing your body, although that becomes part of your treatment plan. We understand that it is your brain telling you that food is really scary and that your body is really scary, and your brain is sending you mixed, opposing information, and that you sitting down with a plate of food is your worst fear. And it seems really maybe odd or unusual to someone who doesn't have an eating disorder or someone who isn't a specialist, because we think it's food, just eat, right? Like, duh, of course you need to eat. But it's not that simple when you have a brain that's saying, this will end my life. If I eat this, it will end me. It is very, very, very scary. And so we understand that fear and that difficulty, and then we are able to help you again have tools and support to be able to eat even though you're freaking the fuck out. We also know that it is 100% possible to recover from an eating disorder. We have treated people and we have seen people coming from very, very sick inpatient level of care to no longer needing to be in even weekly outpatient therapy. And it's possible to live a life free of eating disorder thoughts, eating disorder behaviors, eating disorder urges, and to be able to eat food freely and to really feel okay about your body. We understand how mental health conditions like obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, trauma, depression, how Asperger's, how those different mental health conditions play a role in your eating disorder and play a role in how you see yourself and how you see your body. And not only are we able to help you address the eating disorder and your body image, but we're also able to help you address those mental health issues so that you can feel like you're living a life free of these symptoms, free of these burdens. And so, in conclusion, your therapist is doing a really good job with you, and kudos to you for seeking help and being with somebody to help you manage your mental health stuff. If you are obsessing about food, I want to urge you to think about adding someone to your team who is able to specialize in treating eating disorders, because then you can truly be free, truly able to live the life that you want to live. So see the description below, click that link and get the first e-course. This is a totally free thing. It's just talking about the barriers to accepting your body and feeling good about yourself. It talks about sort of these mental blocks that keep us stuck in eating disorder behaviors. Grab that. But also, if that resonates with you or you're wanting more information, click the link also below and let's schedule a time to do a coaching call. Let's get on the phone, let's talk, let me hear what's going on with you, and let me help you find the resources and the support and the information that you need to try to recover and become this warrior and kick some eating disorder ass. Take care, kick ass, and I'll see you next time. Bye.